you, KCIW 100.7, Brookings, Oregon. We are the Quality Living with Peaceful Support program. I am Amanda Whittemore and very glad to be broadcasting across the airwaves. This is aired locally in our Curry County. We are an LP radio towers. However, with all of your donations and volunteer time, as this station is fully ran by volunteers and donations, we could eventually one day get on one of those high-powered radio stations. However, till then, we have our online global access on our page at kciw.org. Woo! All right, it's going to be a great show. We got this. I'm actually really excited because we have some really fun guests. And as everybody asks me, they say, what is the Quality Living with Peaceful Support program? I say that's what it is. It's a moment for enjoying talking about quality, about living, about peaceful support, about what are those things? How do we see it in our community? How do we encourage it? Do we like it? Do we want some more of it? All those different fun ways of inviting a really phenomenal way to live. A lot of people don't even take time to think about that. They think about, their nice cars and the quality of some of the garments that they wear or their meals. And here we just take a moment to learn about people, what they offer, and how it affects us as far as quality in our community. And with all that being said, I want to introduce you to our guests here, our audience at the Peaceful Support with Quality Living show. We have Terry and Laura in the station with us, and everyone's welcome to come in anytime they want. But right now, let's turn it over to Terry and Laura.
Yes, thank you everyone for joining us. I am here to speak about our community and what it means to be part of it, and the volunteers that it takes to make a village.
Oh, yeah, that's the truth.
And to help those in need, and especially in this time of living, and how to do that in a quality way with support. One of the things that Laura and I are involved with, and I know Laura does a lot more, but is with the Brookings Harbor Food Bank. They provide what we call the Senior Produce Program. And we used to be able to do it every week of the month, and then it got down to every other week.
And pardon me, Terry, for our listeners, what is the Senior Produce Program?
Yeah, so now it's down to once a month. And what it is for those seniors who qualify for this program, they can come in and we provide them with fresh produce.
Fresh produce?
Yes, and it's amazing.
What?
Yeah, the way that it's set up when you come in, so it's at the Grange in Harbor. And when you come in, it looks like a farmer's market stand.
Oh, how beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
So typically there is potatoes, onions, carrots, lettuce, spinach, bananas, strawberries.
That's my grocery list right now.
Right?
Yeah.
And Laura, bless her heart, and all of her work, she works with a couple of our local stores, and through grants and I'll let Laura talk more about it in a minute, but she provides, and we get all of this produce and we set it out and it looks like a farmer's market. And then the seniors will line up and they come in and they bring a bag, and it's amazing. It's a full bag of gorgeous fresh produce.
Oh my gosh.
So, and that's all done through volunteers. It's all done through grants to provide this. And some of the other stuff I wanted to talk about too is just the food bank in itself.
Okay.
So you can go down to the food bank on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays between 10 and 1, and they can provide non-perishable foods. They provide toiletries. There's usually like some gently used clothing and everything that people can. I went in yesterday to the food bank and was talking to the director there, and they received a huge amount of food. I think it was 2,400 pounds of food was
Whoa.
delivered.
Whoa.
Yes, they have storage units. They have, so no one in this community should go hungry.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you want me to get into it too, because
Of course.
one of the things that we always talk about, and I am so impressed with our community, is that any day of the week, somebody can go and get a hot meal.
Really?
Yeah. And I've talked to a couple of people. I haven't been. I want to go and check them out. But I've talked to a couple of people, and it's actually amazing food. They cook it there at the church. So St. Timothy's, Star of the Sea, Brookings Presbyterian, Trinity Lutheran, Brookings Nazarene.
Really?
Yeah, and I can provide those times. But that's also listed at the food bank if somebody stops by there.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
So for community, so they can't make meals themselves, or they just don't have the ends to meet, or like for any reason, they could just go and have a meal?
They don't have to qualify or anything. For the senior produce program, they need to go in to the food bank, which is Monday, Wednesday, Friday between 10 and 1.
Okay.
And speak to someone in the office, and they will look at what their monthly income is.
Okay.
And it needs to be $2,000 or less a month.
Okay.
Now, some people are like, well, I make a little bit more than that, but they're encouraged to go in because there's certain things that aren't qualified as your monthly income.
Right.
So I encourage people to go in and see if they qualify for that. But I guess we call them soup kitchens at the churches. You just walk in.
Huh.
I mean, you could make $10,000 a month and still walk. They don't question you. You can go in and get a free meal.
Yep.
Yeah. And St. Timothy's, I think it's on Tuesdays. Yeah. You can also get a shower.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's really supportive for those that are
in need. And and it's like I said, in this day and age or this time, it's really hard to put food on the table.
I know.
I mean, Laura and I were just talking about what it costs at the grocery store.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's absurd. It's
is
scary. It's like almost worse than the gas stations.
Yeah.
And I don't know where the war is at with the food industry. I mean, it's always kind of been there since we decided to take it out of our backyards, realistically. And getting back to our roots and being capable of having, was that big movement, and I would love for Brookings to be part of it, but they changed all of their grass into home front gardens. Like instead of having grass in their front yards, they'd have a garden bed, and they would help each other, the neighbors and things like this all around.
You grow tomatoes, you grow the lettuce.
Yeah. And then we just have a big sharing harvest season.
Yeah, and chickens and the eggs.
Absolutely. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yep. So, but yeah, I'm just really impressed with our community, small town community, and
pulling through.
Support. I mean, you don't have to be homeless. You can be homeless and come and get a meal, a hot meal, or go to the food bank and, get some toiletries. And I know one little story that I had heard when I was talking to some people in the office there was a family came in, well, a couple with a young child living out of their car. That's not surprising. The cost of, rent and housing and all of that. They came in and gave them a box of diapers, waters, gave them canned goods that didn't need a can opener.
Yeah.
Non-perishable milk for the child, those kinds of things.
Oh, man. It's wild out there.
The only stipulation for this produce program is they have to be 60 years old.
60. Okay.
And it's only once a month. It's the second Thursday of the month.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, when we say senior, what is,
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. And how many volunteers do you have?
A dozen?
I think at least, yeah.
And did they partner with or ever work with the Meals on Wheels, or is that a totally different program?
Totally different.
Okay. Okay. I know we have a really supportive community, and that's kind of honestly how Quality Living with Peaceful Support became a show. Is I came in to read a couple scripts on Wednesdays to volunteer, and then they asked me if I wanted my own show. And I was thinking of what I could name it and how I could give back to Brookings, and I was like, well, it's been so supportive in the most peaceful way, and I've had the most amount of quality, and I've learned how to live again being here in Brookings. And growing up, you get a lot of support, but maybe not in the best direction that you need to be going. Here in Brookings, I really have, and I'm so grateful for all these organizations that allow these supportive activities for our community. It's out of this world, amazing.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
And when I first started volunteering at the food bank for this senior produce program, I was a little nervous about what kind of recipients we would get, and do I need to be prepared for angst or those kinds of things. These people are so sweet.
Oh.
And I don't want to cry, but they they are just so appreciative.
Oh man. And the Grange donates the hall during that time. That's awesome. Thank you, Grange Hall.
Yes, thank you.
Sweet. And there's Thursday at
It's the second Thursday of the month.
second Thursday of the month, all day.
Starts at 10 and ends at noon.
Starts at 10, ends at noon. And is there contact information?
Yes, so they just need to go down to the food bank, Brookings Harbor Food Bank.
On Hemlock.
Yeah, which is on Hemlock.
Oh, okay.
539 Hemlock. Yeah, it's right, down there in that little street in the back. On Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays between 10 and 1. And there's a little office there. And if they just walk in the office and say, I want to apply for the senior produce program.
Okay.
Yeah.
And could they have their caregiver go for them?
Yes.
Okay. Some of them have to be in the car or can't make it out of their own home.
Yeah.
That's how I found out about it.
Okay.
I was going for my neighbor. She was 85
Oh.
and she couldn't get around very well, and she wasn't eating fresh fruit and vegetables. So I started going for her, and that's how I got involved.
Yeah, and I keep a list of who's qualified, and there's several people that come and pick up for a neighbor or for somebody who can't get out of the house.
Yep.
That is so adorable. And super needed.
Yes.
And then, while we're on the topic, realistically, to have somebody eat with them. Some of them are by themselves. Our seniors are elders in the community, and they don't eat as much because it's not as fun by yourself, and it becomes like a chore, like doing the dishes or other things. Our body absorbs our nutrition and our food better. We feel better. We're happier, and it's this oxytocin that happens. Just like I do this show by myself sometimes, but it's more fun when you guys are in here.
Nice.
The Chetco Activity Center has that.
Right.
You can go get a meal and share it with people you don't know.
Yes.
And it's for a very nominal fee.
Yes.
And they have games and they do puzzles.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And how long have you been in Oregon, or Brookings, I should say? How did you guys get here?
5 years.
Okay. Woo! Welcome.
Thank
That's
you.
exciting.
And we've been here about 11 years.
Okay.
Yep.
Sweet.
Came from the Bay Area.
Right on.
Love it here.
It's very similar, but very different. It's like all the things you want.
Yeah.
And it's just a happy place to be.
Yeah. Well, I grew up in the Santa Cruz Mountains. And Santa Cruz and stuff. And so this is kind of, back in the day.
Totally. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. We love it here. My husband and I are both retired. And
Okay. Lovely. And Laura, you have something a little extra to share with the station today, don't you?
Yeah, I wanted to promote Art on the Coast. It's our 5th year, and it's a festival that happens down at the port August 1st and 2nd this year. It's always the first weekend in August. And we're really geared up and looking forward to it. Right now we have about 55 artists that are going to attend. We have food booths, drink booths, kid booths, and we have different musicians playing for 2 hours at a time. Every 2 hours there'll be different musicians for both days.
Whoa.
So we're really excited, and we're always looking for new talent, especially artists,
Okay. And like any particular type?
all types. We love art.
Okay. All right. All mediums, all types of art, musical and
Yeah.
textural.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. That's exciting.
Yeah.
And how did this come about?
It used to be done by another organization in town, but they decided to give up that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And so all of a sudden it was free and available. And I had just moved here, newly retired, needed something to do. Because when all of a sudden you're retired, you can't just put on the brakes. You got to have something to do, right?
Right. Yes.
And I love art. And so I picked it up, and I did not reinvent the wheel. I just changed it a little bit, modified it, and I think it works.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And all the proceeds go to CASA for the foster kids.
I was going to say, Laura is amazing. So I used to volunteer for CASA and stepped away from that. But she does CASA, she does the art, she does the food bank. Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm. No, thank you. Our community thanks you. Listeners out there, this is a powerhouse team right now. We're pretty fortunate to have them in our community and for them to choose to retire up in this area and give back so much. Like, it's just very heartwarming and admirable work. And I wish there were more active people out there, any age, really. I feel like, when I was a kid and I don't know, 95 or something like that, I feel like 95 to '05, there was a lot that might have been like the end of since the 60s or something, but they just volunteering in general just seems like it's not as popular as it used to be. I got in as a late teenager and kept it at heart my whole time, and I just really wish that more, even back then, I just feel like that was the very last of the volunteering era. Like, you either had it when you were younger and you learned about it, or it just doesn't exist to people, and it's like pulling teeth to get, But then there's always the ones who do volunteer and give wholeheartedly. They do it in all facets of their life, and it's really meaningful, and it's not even, it doesn't take, it's symbiotic. And it's something that's so giving and nurturing as we do it. I have a whole entire section, a whole show on past shows of just me in here on my soapbox by myself talking about the benefits of volunteering and how I've gotten the best jobs from volunteering and friendships and all types of things you never even think are going to happen.
That's right. I wouldn't have known Terry if it wasn't for CASA and the food bank.
Yeah, just the networking and how it makes you feel to volunteer.
Yeah.
And it's not hard.
Yeah.
You just show up. Yeah.
It's not brain surgery.
Right. Yeah. It just happens naturally.
Mm-hmm.
So people don't have that though, and that's okay. It's just interesting just to think about.
Yeah. And so one of the things too is, we talked about the food bank and, the soup kitchens and how people can get a hot meal and, produce delivered to their homes. But you can also come to the food bank if you want to volunteer.
Yes.
It's not just for resources for people to get help. We want to provide help. So you can go to any of the churches, and you don't have to be a member of the church, and say, I'm interested in volunteering. What can I do to help? The food bank, they have, oh my gosh, that place is like a beehive. Because like I said, if you have 2,500 pounds of food delivered, that has to be sorted, put in cold storage, put in,
Whoa.
sections. And
yeah,
they're very busy and can always use more help.
Yep.
good. And how would they just show up at the Hemlock
on,
Street?
on Hemlock on Monday, Wednesday, Friday between 10 and 1. And they typically are in the office. Like it doesn't, if you are looking for services, that's when they're open for services. But a lot of times you can go and just knock on the door and the office is open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody to ask for in particular?
Rosa or Olivia.
Yeah.
Olivia's the director.
Okay.
And
Donald's always there.
yeah, there's always
Everybody knows Donald in our community.
Okay.
He volunteers like crazy there.
I think, doesn't he volunteer like 40 hours a week?
Oh, more than that.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a full-time
I was
position.
going to say,
He is a fixture at the food bank.
yeah. It's amazing.
That is so kind. Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Yeah, and it's 539 Hemlock, but
539. Thank you.
it's kind of right next door to a like daycare place right there. It's easy to
And
find.
the Railroad Deli.
It's kind of behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right on Hemlock.
on Hemlock.
Yes.
Yes, it's easy to find.
Awesome. We love that. Is there any like upcoming goals that either one of these projects has, or anything that we like? Is there a certain entry date by for your art on the coast?
We're still accepting applications.
Okay.
My flyer that I've got out there on the streets says May 1st,
Okay.
but it's just we have to put some kind of date there to get
course.
the majority of the artists. But if there's a great artist that wants to join us next week, then we want them.
Okay. Good. And the food bank is ongoing all the time.
Yes. I mean, the goal is always grants.
Great. Okay.
And local contributions too. Sometimes we get some pretty good donations from some of our residents that are better off.
Yeah, and this is something interesting that we used to do in where I lived in California is we had a lot of excess backyard fruit. And elders or people who didn't have time, they were going to the city for work and their just backyard was just riddled with fruit and it became a nuisance. The rest of us were starving. So we would go and get volunteers to go to those places and round up their backyard and give it away to the people who want it.
And people do that here as well.
They do.
They'll bring us a bushel of apples
Perfect.
or lemons.
Yeah, perfect. Good. And there's like people coordinated that go and do people know about this?
Well, so that was sparking a thought. We have a good friend who, yes, I mean, there's apples here everywhere in the fall. And he brought like 5 boxes of apples to the food bank.
Nice.
And they just put it out in front and anybody can take some.
Oh, beautiful.
But
Beautiful.
the people who live in orchards or somewhere who don't want to pick all that up and bring it down.
Right.
That's an interesting thought of how do we organize that to get people to go
Yeah.
and pick it up and put it in a box and take it down there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Options. There's opportunity for growth all the time.
Food for thought.
Food for thought, she says. I love it. And what I like a lot too is like, emails, websites, registering, getting an app. Like I haven't heard any of that. It feels very organic and it feels good. Just show up, make it happen.
Art on the Coast is on Facebook.
Okay, there we go.
And I have an email. It's artonthecoastbrookings@gmail.com is my email. And there's flyers hopefully all over town
Okay.
that I've been passing out.
Good.
And the food bank is also on Facebook, but it's called
Community Helpers.
Community Helpers is how you find it on Facebook.
I've seen that.
And they will post pictures of our senior produce program and information there.
Oh, this is so adorable. I love it. And everyone's welcome to share this link. All of our listeners out there, if you feel that you want to volunteer or somebody else wants to volunteer, you want to show up at the port with your art or a musician, let's get everybody connected. And please contact Terry and Laura or just show up to these events and these organizations at the Grange Hall or the churches mentioned. And we always have our show in our online catalog of all of the different past shows and events, so everybody can always resource and go back and look at the past shows and click those links and send them like a text or an email or post it on social media to help get the word out. If that's your way of volunteering, that's totally encouraged. And it's just like putting up a poster in your business. Just post it on your Facebook account, and we would love that.
Takes a village.
Exactly. Yeah. And, the time goes by quick, and it's not really, even if a lot of people think they don't have enough time to volunteer, but we really do. We really, really do. I bet you guys out there, I want to see how many of our KCIW listeners show up for themselves and for their community and some of these programs we offer here on the Quality Living with Peaceful Support program. And we want to thank Laura and Terry for being on the show. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you.
For inviting us. Yes.
Well, yeah. And come back anytime with updates or anything fun or something new or results or stuff like that. We're always up for that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Of course. And thank you, listeners. And give us a call, 541-661-4098, or email contact@kciw.org for any and all questions, suggestions, all the fun things. Thank you, listeners. This is Amanda Whittemore with Quality Living with Peaceful Support Show.